Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Here to talk about Elijah McCoy, we have Jenalise Berry. Hi, Jenalise.
Hi.
When and where was McCoy born?
McCoy was born on May 2nd, 1844. He was actually born in Colchester, Ontario, Canada, and his parents had moved there during slavery time, so they moved there through the use of the Underground Railroad.
So when did McCoy come back to live in the United States?
He came back in 1847, and they actually settled in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Oh, very interesting. What was McCoy's major accomplishments in life?
He actually created what's called the lubricating cup, which distributes oil evenly over an engine's moving parts, and this allowed trains and different machinery to keep continually working without stopping to oil the machine.
How did he come up with this invention?
He actually worked as a fireman and an oiler for the Michigan Central Railroad, and as he was working for this railroad, he noticed that it wasn't very convenient to stop the machine every once in a while to oil it, so he created the lubricating cup.
Was he always interested in mechanics?
Yes, he was. Even when he was little, at age 15, his parents noticed that he had interest in mechanical engineering. So they sent him to Scotland for an apprenticeship in mechanical engineering.
When did McCoy pass away?
In 1929, he was actually suffering from injuries from a car crash, which killed his wife.
Now, isn't there a popular saying which relates to Elijah McCoy?
Yes, there is. There were other companies that actually created lubricating cups as well, and people noticed that these lubricating cups did not work as well as McCoy's lubricating cup. So when they went to a store to buy one, they said, "I want the real McCoy," because his works the best than the other companies.
Oh, well, thank you for being here today, Jenalise. In a few short moments, we're going to hear a little bit about Ralph Nader.
The greatest show on earth is brought to you by the Earth. Let's keep it here. Don't pollute. Let's clean up the Earth together. You're not helping.
Welcome back to the greatest show on earth. We're here with Samantha to tell us a little about Ralph Nader.
Thanks for having me today. Ralph Nader was born in Connecticut to two loving parents who instilled in him great American values. That made him want to become the people's lawyer. He graduated from Princeton and Harvard and started his own firm and started working towards consumer advocacy.
Now, why did he work so hard for consumer advocacy?
He believes that corporations should be held responsible for the products that they make. And, a lot of the corporations were cutting corners and didn't really care about the consumer. They just wanted to make the most money. So they would provide products that were cheaply made at a higher price, and it resulted in a lot of failures, especially in cars, because the standards weren't up to what they should have been.
And what are some of the books he has written?
He has co-written or written more than 20 books. His first book was called Unsafe in Any Seas, which was about the vehicle manufacturing standards. He wrote that book in 1965, and he's continued writing books till 2009. His latest book was actually a fiction book called Only the Super Rich Can Save Us, and it was about a utopian society where the rich have a lot of responsibility. So he believes that the rich should be taking care of us, or the poor, and that the corporations should be taking care of their consumers.
Now, when did he run for president?
He actually ran for president 4 times, 96, 2000, 2004, and 2008.
Now, what was the controversy in the 2000 campaign?
The 2000 campaign, he actually received a lot of votes, especially in the state of Florida. And he's blamed for the fact that Al Gore did not win the presidency because he took so many votes from Gore that if he hadn't run, Gore would have been president.
And how does he feel about corporate responsibility?
Kind of like I stated before, the corporations should take care of the consumers, and he just advocated for that his whole life.
All right. Well, join us next week as we talk about Dan Moore.
Do you have a needy baby? Struggle with household chores? Handling your baby? Talking on the phone? Introducing the Snugglies!
Thanks, Snuggly.
Alright, welcome back to the greatest show on earth. We're here with Sarah today to talk about Ann Moore and her life-changing invention.
Well, Ann Moore was born in 1940 and she grew up on a farm in Ohio. After that, she went to Columbia University and taught pediatric medicine.
And what was this life-changing invention that Ann created?
It was called a Snuggly. Now let me say that carefully. Snuggly, not to be confused with a Snuggie. It's spelled S-N-U-G-L-I, Snuggly. And it's where the mother carries their baby either in front or in back, and it holds them strapped in.
All right. And what led to this invention?
Well, Ann had volunteered in the Peace Corps as a nurse in Toga in 1960. That's in West Africa. Her and her husband went over there, and they saw that African mothers were carrying their babies swaddled up in front of them with like a scarf or anything, and they took them on errands, and they could do anything. You know, their hands free, their babies are right there. And
very cool. So why is this important now?
it's important because Ann wanted the relationship that the African mothers had with their children back here in America, and she even wanted to carry her baby out of the hospital using the same type of device.
All right. So how does the relationship between mother and their child here differ from the mother and child in Africa?
Well, in Africa, they're a lot closer. The mothers and the children are a lot closer emotionally, and they feel more secure with their mothers there, whereas here you see a lot of times the American mothers are carrying the babies in a plastic, car seat.
Right. Yep. So the physical touch is
Yep.
really a key factor.
Yep.
All right. And you brought one to show us
I
today?
did. Let me demonstrate how a Snuggly works. This is a Snuggly. There's a doll in here strapped in, and all you do is you put it over your shoulder and over your head like this. And now your hand's free and your baby is very close to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. Join us next time on The Greatest Show on Earth when we talk to President Obama.